I'm Dr. Sebi, born in Honduras, Central America. I don't know what else to say.
Well, what do you do?
What do I do? My position today is one of servant and addressing disease and nutrition from a natural perspective.
I would really like to ask you, what famous people have you cured?
Well, we have Mr. Michael Jackson.
What was his problem besides?
Well, everything with his nervous system. Just name it, he had it. I had Mr. Seagal, which had a headache for many years, and the llamas didn't cure it.
The llamas from where?
Tibet.
Oh, he was in Tibet?
Kathmandu, he's a llama. So I cured his headache, and the llamas didn't.
Where did he get the headache from?
From inside of his head. He had a lot of inflammation in his head.
So how did you cure his headache?
I gave him a composition of iron and phosphorus, and his headache was gone in less than 5 minutes. The other one that I treated was Mr. Eddie Murphy family and his mother. Well, you know, these are things that, you know, patient, doctor, confidential.
Okay.
You cannot say that, but I treated Eddie Murphy mother. I treated Mr. Cecily Tyson brother. He had his disease, and well, I treated many. In my conversation with Lisa Lopez one night in the village, she said to me, "You know what I found out in my 42 days fast? That we really don't know anything." I said, "You're right, Lisa. We don't know anything. And what all these books are for?" I said, "I don't know. I don't read them. I don't read any books. I don't read nobody's book. I don't care whose book is this." I said, "But then it's only left one thing. We should only offer compassion to each other." She received great benefits from the treatment. And she told me to mention it, which I had not mentioned it ever. I think I'm going to say it now. Lisa came with all of the little maladies, superficial, you know, maybe some alcoholism, little light too, not much. And she was kind of nervous, and her eyes were blinking really fast.
Yes.
And that stopped, everything stopped. And one day we were in a conversation, and she said, "You know, Dr. Sebi, when I came to you, I had herpes, and I didn't tell you, and it's all gone." I said, "Thank you. Thank you very much." Because it showed the value of the intracellular chelation. You don't have to tell me what you have. It's gonna be relief of your body. It will be, because you're gonna search out. It goes into the bloodstream and goes to every part of you and remove what you didn't tell me you had. So I'm satisfied with the process. Lisa Lopez, Teddy Pendergrass, he was moving everything that was never supposed to move.
Yeah.
But he, like Cecily Tyson, they both didn't pay me.
Wow.
So that was okay. And Michael Jackson didn't pay me either.
Wow.
And that was okay. I could understand.
Well, he's nuts.
I could understand.
Oh, how long ago did you cure the first?
1984.
Okay.
1984. These documents, what they show is that we cure AIDS from a positive to a negative HIV level. Here is one. This is from the Italian hospital. HIV positive, Hospital Vicente di Antoni. He is positive. In the next page, from the same hospital, the same young man, Oswald Zavala, he is negative. The Attorney General, Mr. Robert Abraham, went on the air and said that he would have put me not in jail. He would have put me under the jail. I was looking at him saying that right here in New York on television. I watched him say that. But I knew that this white man didn't know that there was one black man stashed away someplace that has never been to school and doesn't read books. And that black man, by not going to school, is coming with a different premise, a different foundation. He was totally unaware I knew that. I knew he was helpless. So when he said that he's going to put me under the jail, I said, he's in for a big surprise. When I went to court on the Thursday, the judge said that I would have to bring one of every patient. AIDS, blindness, diabetes, lupus, herpes, sickle cell, impotence, paralysis, and others. 9. I didn't take 9 to the Supreme Court. I took 77 people with accredited medical documents, diagnostic sheets, and the judge go like this: I only want 9. Well, needless to say, with that kind of presentation and giving and exhibiting this, the jurors came back and said, practicing medicine without a license, not guilty, because he doesn't sell medicine. The Lancaster laboratories identify our product as being natural vegetation cell food. Not guilty for claiming that he cures AIDS, because he does, and he has proven it. One of the things that we found in the treatment of AIDS is this. 2 things we have to do simultaneously. One of them is to remove the cause of the presence of the mucus, which there is something in the intestines that need to be removed. Simultaneously, we have to nourish the body back to health, which requires 2 substances. It's a compound of calcium, and the other is iron. But when we talk about iron, we have to be very careful.
Why?
Because there are 2 forms of iron. One that is ferrous sulfate. That iron would cause you to bind and prevent you from using the toilet.
And what iron is a good one?
But the other iron is a vegetable iron, one that is obtained from plants, such as the sarsaparilla, the burdock, the yellow dock, such as the one that we get from Honduras, the guaco, the contrigo, the hombre grande. All these herbs are heavily laden with iron. Upon giving this to the patient, you will see that the condition will be changing immediately. One patient was reversed in 17 days. Alex Suarez in Honduras.
And was the AIDS at a level of almost dying?
What they call HIV positive, he was at Kaposi sarcoma. So you know you're on your way out. You see, again, when I make the statement that I cure AIDS, it is impossible, virtually impossible, to believe that the statement is correct and true. Two reasons. First reason, the physician claims that there is no cure for AIDS.
Yes.
But why should we take the word of the physician? What disease have he cured in 500 years using inorganic and carcinogenic chemicals? He has not cured anyone. So when he tells us that there is no cure for AIDS, well, what's new?
So you cured AIDS by cleaning the body first and
By cleansing the cause of AIDS, which is the mucous membrane. The second reason why it is difficult for my brothers, especially my brothers and sisters, to understand and to believe it, is because if a white man doesn't do it, how could you? And if you're doing it, how come they're not promoting you?
Yes.
But I ask you the question, my black race, why should the white man promote me or us? Who should be the promoting, them or us? And because we have been so compromised, we begin to see that the prejudices that we have against each other ain't working. I'm not doing anything but allowing myself to be the servant I always want to be. I didn't want to be anything else but that. And now I'm leaving that. I want to be a good servant. I want to do something good. And I did that. I cure AIDS, I cure diabetes, I cure sickle cell, I cure lupus, herpes, blindness. Now that is like gone. That was the easiest thing to do, curing AIDS and the rest of those diseases. Now I have embarked on organic, electric agriculture. And what is that? Well, what I'm going to do, if you plant a tomato plant or an okra plant or cucumber or broccoli, these plants are artificial plants. They cannot send their root into the soil and extract from the soil the minerals because they're hybrid. They are non-electrical. They only could use the sun rays and the wind, water. They cannot convert the minerals from the soil into a food. That could only be done by a natural plant that is non-starch. That process is called, the conversion is called iontrophoresis, according to Edward Schultz. Iontrophoresis is the process in which you convert from a solid to a liquid. That could only be done by a natural plant.